Yeah, guys, this video is not about me playing this WoW level dungeon, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the topic which seems viral now. Why is I have seen at least I don't know, 5 videos recommended for me to me in different accounts, at least 2 of them. The exact topic is why isn't World of Warcraft dead after 20 years? There's a very simple answer to that. I don't understand why such videos are viral even, but I'll answer with my own words. I'll give my own honest answer, because they're making innovations, guys. It's very simple, like it's always grading. I mean, it's as simple as that. There are loyal players. Like they will most probably, some of the players will continue playing even after it's not mainstream at all anymore. So yeah, that's the quick answer. For example, now the latest news is they're sophisticated it more and more, which is an interesting decision, I would say. It's maybe a little bit less hard even to play it on how's that called now? On a random, on a common level, like as a casual player. It's maybe even easier, much easier than it was, for example, in the first WoW, the vanilla, like they call it. But also it's much harder for the or much more sophisticated, if not harder. And now I can tell you exactly how they're keeping people, like how they're keeping me playing and motivated to a certain point when I don't have much time. But I got this channel. If I didn't have this channel, I most probably wouldn't be playing WoW. Most probably I'll be playing some single player game, if at all. I think gaming is very important, and gaming is making you think, making you scale. I think gaming is good for you if you don't get addicted. And I'm playing around an hour per day, and I think it's like a chess for me. A game of chess, you know. I think chess is a little bit less sophisticated than I would like it to be. It's a little bit like how to put it now, a common game, a very casual game, a very plus nowadays already, because it's only logical. Logic is the only thing you need, and it's not so hard game at all. There are still players that can beat especially programmed PC AI, I mean, on World of Warcraft. I mean, on Warcraft 3 in the Frozen Throne, there are still such players that can beat a PC. In StarCraft, Warcraft 3, the Frozen Throne, and such games, and like, you know, the remaster, it doesn't matter, of course. But there are still such players that can beat the PC, because it's more sophisticated, and especially, once again, that's very important. Especially programmed very good, like at what it's doing. Okay, we wiped. But AI, and already the best players can't actually take a game from an AI, a game of chess, and it's been like that for a while. I have been telling that from a little kid, because after all there are only that much combinations in chess. I don't remember the exact number, and it doesn't matter. You can check it for 2 seconds and you can Google it, but it's not super hard. Once again, World of Warcraft is not one of those games that's so sophisticated, but it's leveling, grading in that in that kind of manner, and now it has graded with those talents I'm answering now. Those talents, each and every class has those talents, and now practically you don't have only that much classes like the old ones, and plus the Draknir Evoker, but now you got practically even more specializations through that new, for example, for the Warlock it's Diabolist and Hellcover, and you got such amazing like specializations such as Templar, Holy Knight or something like that, or the Paladin, Light Keeper maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so for example, I would gladly, and most probably at some point when I got the time I'll make one of those, because I just love the idea. So that's how Blizzard is keeping players busy and wanting to play more, dedicated to this game. The raids are always new and harder, and on the other hand more interesting than that they have been before. It makes you think a lot, it makes you think in a team manner, build teamwork and many other virtues it's building, I would say. I know many players that have actually literally with been living from, for example, some of the richer guilds, from the richer guys from the guilds. For example, someone is sponsored by someone else just to continue playing on that competitive level because he just doesn't have the money to do so. And for example, if he is doing a part-time, he is motivated, that's tolerated by some of the guilds, and he is living from that. So it's building different kind of social, I would say, interesting social situations and social experiments, if you want to put it that way. It could be experiments, but sometimes it's just happening by itself naturally. But it's certain situations that are very interesting. So this game is character building, I can say easily. The story is extremely interesting. The scenario is on another level. It's very very close to, for example, Lord of the Rings and such classics, I would say. And yeah, that's my answer. That this video will be only about that while I'm playing, and I'm stopping it. It doesn't matter what happens to this dungeon. It's a weekly. I'm just playing so I can have 4 dungeons for this week, so I can have 2 rewards from the Great Vault. And most probably I'll start questing a little bit because I haven't. Now I got this is my only day in like several weeks, from several weeks. That is like, so to speak, free, and I have decided to not work on my main job today, main projects, only YouTube and like several other projects that I've been doing, the social media stuff, like putting the hashtags and promoting to, for example, Facebook groups, etc. Some of the videos from the projects already happening. Taking care a little bit of the equipment, stuff like that, you know, the chores, that stuff you need some free time to do. It's not that I'm not working at all, like I'm not chilling on 100%, but at least I'm not I'm doing those things that don't include so much thinking and so much decisions in them, like only the simple stuff. So it's a kind of active meditation, I would say, for me. And I wanted to answer this question. It's a very simple answer, if you ask me. Plus, there are so many loyal players, like I said already, that won't stop playing no matter what. They'll find the pirate servers. They'll find somewhere to play WoW, cause they have been loyal for almost or more than 20 years already. And yeah, that's the main reason. There are different races, new races are coming, new allied races, as you know, are always created, produced, so you can try them. They have new racial talents, etc., etc. This Urthren, for example, story is very interesting. That's the third kind of dwarves. On the other hand, was this a good decision? I don't know. It was an easy one for sure. And now, for example, the Brutuzar, the new auction house, it's costing here in Europe 78 euro. In the US around $90. The pricing is like optimal, because this is the, I think, many researches and you know, surveys have been made, so Blizzard knew who would pay how much exactly at the very most, and that's the highest price most of the players would pay, afford that, so they can afford it without sacrificing, for example, from something in their lives. After all, it's a good dinner, for example, in many places. Not the best restaurants, but like average ones for one person, I'd say. So it's kind of interesting that so many people have actually made that choice. It's interesting for me, but on the other hand, it's valuable item, so valuable mount. So yeah, I didn't think so much before buying it, because I didn't have the other one, the old version of that mount, which was costing like in gold maybe 5 times more. I have calculated it back in the days, and I was still considering buying it. It was around, I don't know, maybe 300 euro. At the very least, maybe a little bit more. It depends on how much gold did you have, or were like ready to grind, to farm. So yeah, if you wanted to buy all your gold, it was around 400 euro maybe. Then the tokens started to cost practically more gold, so it was a better decision to buy tokens already, because they were costing 200,000 golds back in the days. Now it's almost double that amount. And yeah, for example, with those decisions, it's very easy for Blizzard to make like projects that they can literally print money just on information, because they know their customers so well, and it's not easy to make that connection with your clients, with your customers. And this is why Blizzard, I think one of the most important things is that Blizzard is keeping a small team of professionals, very dedicated professionals in most cases, and there's a reason for that. Many of the people just love this team, they know all about them. Not me, I don't so much care about the people, but the products, the end product. I have always been like that, but many people like know all most of the team, like the producers, the writers, especially the writers of the story, the main line, you know. And I respect those guys very much also. I really don't... Was it Steve Madsen or something like that? I respect those guys. I just don't remember those kind of names. I remember names that are like without projects. When there's a company, a project behind, like, or above the person, I usually remember the project, not so much the person. It's my own agenda, you know, my own decision to do so and to not feel like guilty about that. But I can remember names, but I don't try to. Oh, what happened? What was that? Wow. I hope. I don't know what I hope actually. It's not going well. But because of that mechanics now, it could be possible for them to finish, maybe. Let's see. But those guys have auto attacks, because if they have auto attacks it will be bad. Or maybe that's not the tank. Maybe this is the tank. Yeah, it's just not showing correctly. Is anyone? Yeah. Okay. 12 minutes. I don't think 12 minutes will be enough. So yeah, practically that was the answer. Blizzard is keeping the players busy, it's keeping them dedicated. It's a very good marketing strategy. All the team is good. People are already in strong emotional connections with the game itself and with the people behind it. You know, so many scandals about the Blizzard team, etc., and people are still playing Blizzard games. It's still one of the best companies, I would say. So yeah, that's it. It's not super sophisticated. That's my answer to this question, and I'll be most probably. Are we going to see how this dungeon ends at all, or I can stop the video here because this is my answer to the question. It's quite simple for me, really. I think that's around. Of course, everyone can give you their answers and opinions, but that's my opinion. I think it's pretty straightforward. And it can give you some information about the business models. Such a business model that is building a strong relationship with their customers. Such businesses, like, they'll always be successful because after just a short period, a short run of like several years and many satisfied customers, like Warcraft, Diablo, you know, Blizzard is a very, very old company with very old project, I would say. It's not only a company, it was after all several times it was bought by different companies, so practically it's not the first. Its first owners have already sold it. I would say a very, very interesting example of that that kind of, I would say, projects is Wizards of the Coast. They are much more interesting because, after all, Dungeons and Dragons, which is the father of most of the fantasy games, and Magic the Gathering, you know, such projects are theirs actually. Baldur's Gate, for example, I don't know. It's you can check those guys if you don't know much about them. Wizards of the Coast are like, and they were themselves. They were nerds and big gamers. Like they were playing board games, and they were playing in a basement while they were playing actually Dungeons and Dragons, one of their older projects, when they invented Magic the Gathering while playing Dungeons and Dragons. It is just a very touching story. If I'm not wrong, of course, about some of those facts, but it was something like that. excuse me, there's a small detail that's not exactly like that. It was something like that. They invented it while playing a board game. I think they were playing D&D, which is also theirs. Maybe that's what I'm not 100% sure, but pretty sure it was their project also. So yeah, it's like those guys are the titans, and like Blizzard and other companies are some of the first sons, so to speak. And yeah, projects like Diablos, projects like it's just amazing, just ridiculous. You can't. I don't think you can make such an innovation nowadays in that genre, in the fantasy genre. It would be almost impossible, if not exactly impossible. And that's it for now, guys. I'll leave you here while we're dealing with this boss. I don't think this is relevant content as gaming content, like what can you learn from a +4. It doesn't matter if we time it or just finish it, or if we don't finish it at all. Most probably we will. I think it's a weekly and everyone just wants to have the vault reward, and it goes like that for me, myself. So yeah, I guess this will be for the bit. Thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you later. Bye bye, guys. Cheers.